Hello Curious, and welcome back. August 16th marks the anniversary of Elvis Presley's passing, and for a long time, the king of rock and roll has been regarded as a cultural icon, yet by the time of August 16th of 1977 had rolled around, the day that he lost his life, the popular way in which the public had viewed him at the time depicted a pitiful image of a fallen idol who was alone. But according to his fiancee Ginger Alden, that was not the truth, and in an interview, she stated that he was looking into the future with excitement. And what did the final days of the rock and roll legend look like? What emotional conversation did he have with Alden just mere hours before she found him unconscious in his bathroom? And why, since his passing, was Ginger shunned by the singer's Memphis Mafia and was not allowed near Graceland? Stay with us to find out all about the final days of Elvis Presley, but before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. When it comes to the final days of this legend, they were filled with health struggles, dealing with enormous personal distress, yet they were also filled with love and hope for the future. And the reason behind some of his troubles and cause for distress were the bodyguards that the singer had fired in 1976. David Hebler, Robert Red West, and Sonny West had filled that position for most of Elvis's career, and while the official reason was cutting back expenses, some claim the reason for them losing their job was because they were rough enough with fans to incite the lawsuits, and others had encountered that it was due to the criticism of the singer's use of illicit substances. And so, in retaliation, the three men co-wrote the tell-all biography of the king that was released not long before his passing, Elvis What Happened, and detailed the artist's use of illicit substances as well as his intimate life. It offered the public a first look into stories that were painfully accurate, and in turn, as per the Rolling Stone magazine, it made this book into one of the most successful ones about the singer. And as previously detailed by Ginger Alden, the book had deeply saddened and hurt Presley, and even more so the fact that those men would do something like that after everything he had done for them and their families in the past. And since we have mentioned Ginger, who was the singer's last love and who was with him during the last few hours of his life, and how did the two even meet? Well, the meeting happened thanks to her sister. Terry Alden had represented her home estate as Miss Tennessee in the 1976 Miss America pageant, and Presley invited her and the two of her sisters, Ginger and Rosemary, to visit him at Graceland. And as per the Express, it was the idea of Elvis's friends George Klein who had tried to set him and Terry up, but after that fell apart for two reasons, and for once she was already in a long-term relationship, and when the king saw her younger sister, he was smitten by her. And so that fateful meeting had turned into a long-term relationship, with Ginger often visiting Graceland as she lived a half an hour away from there, and she would soon join the singer on tour, as well as be whisked away by him on a vacation to his favorite destination, Hawaii. He recalled hearing that she had never been to the island and the singer wanted to take the whole family with her, but in the end, only the two sisters joined them on the trip. And in past interviews, she had recalled that the vacation was beautiful and lots of fun, and how traveling there on his private jet to the Lisa Marie, Elvis would play the guitar and they would sing and laugh. It also seemed that in those days he had spent a lot of the time with his family, which was something that did not sit right with the Memphis Mafia, and many media outlets over the years stated that she had never fit in with his friends, and they had believed that she was trying to separate Elvis from them, and they had even claimed that she and her family took advantages of Elvis's name. As per the Express, in the short months that the couple was together, the singer showered Ginger with lavish gifts, took her on holidays to Hawaii, and gave her brother a job. He even bought her mother a car, paid her parents' mortgage, and started installing a swimming pool at their home. In another interview, she had also talked about how the jailhouse rock singer would often talk about buying her parents' brand new house closer to Graceland. And while his close ones might have had somewhat of cynical views on this, others had commented that this was standard behavior for the star, who loved to give gifts to everyone, especially the women he was dating. Though there was also another reason for their dislike of the hound dog singer New Love, and at this, first prior to their engagement, his close-knit group saw that the fact that Alden didn't want to move into Graceland with him right away was an issue, and her reasoning behind it was that being brought up in a conservative household and moving in with a man before marrying didn't seem right to her. And while the singer's friend, Marty Lacker, claimed that she didn't love him and that her refusal had hurt the king, in her book Ginger claimed otherwise, that Presley understood her decision. And surely he must have, as it wasn't long before the king popped the question to her with the diamond ring, which was allegedly worth over $70,000. And reflecting back on the day that the actress revealed that when he spoke to her and he said, "Ginger, I've been searching for love for so long, and never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would find it in my own backyard. I've been 60% happy and 40% happy, but never 100%. I've loved before, but I've never been in love." In her own words, Ginger revealed that their relationship had been very intense, and at times she felt that as if Elvis wanted her to know almost everything about him in a short time, and to her it felt as if she had found her soulmate. Over the years, some had commented on a 2005 documentary titled Elvis Presley: The Last 24 Hours, which was, as the name suggesting, showed the last hours and how it looked like. And to some of those who watched it, as seeing his trip to the dentist and later a call from his physician, as well as taking several packets of medication over the course of the night and being unable to sleep, was further proof of the rumors that the music legend was depressed and at a low point in his life, and that he had even wanted to end his life. Even his ex-wife Priscilla said in the documentary that she herself wasn't sure that his passing was accidental. And if you want to know more about their relationship, why not check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Even Rolling Stone magazine had reported that the singer had become so disfranchised and unhinged due to poor habits, and that he had spent most of his time in his den in Graceland and wasn't even interested in going into the studio to record. But despite all these rumors, his fiancée had claimed that the rock and roll legend was full of hope for the future. Answering a fan's question on her Facebook page, she revealed that one of the biggest misconceptions about the iconic artist was that he was unhappy. And in one interview, Ginger spoke with reporters about the final conversation that she had with her fiancé, and she said that in early hours of August 16th, they were sitting in his daughter Lisa Marie's bedroom when Elvis had begun discussing wedding plans and wanting to set a date. She went on to say that he was looking forward to many things: marriage, more children, serious films, and his next tour. That was something that was backed up by Elvis's father, Vernon, who once in an interview revealed that his son told him that he wanted more children and for Ginger to be their mother. And speaking with the reporters about their final emotional conversation, Alden said he was in a good mood. We had just set a wedding date literally hours earlier, and he told me a couple weeks before he had passed that he had been off too long, and he was ready to go back on stage, and something he loved with all of his being. And this day he had begun with excitement and hope for Elvis, but for me it ended up in a heartache and disbelief, because at the age of 42, my fiancé, Elvis Aaron Presley, was dead. It is worth reminding you, Curious, that it was Ginger who several hours after the conversation had found Elvis unconscious in the bathroom where he went to read, unable to sleep and not wanting to disturb her. And it was difficult, as it was for Alden. Things would soon get worse. As we mentioned before, the star's close ones were never fond of the lady he loved, and things got much worse once Presley had passed away. And as per the Express, right away Vernon had made sure that the actress was not welcomed at Graceland. And the singer's uncle, Vester too, had some harsh words to say when speaking with reporters. Ginger Alden is dead now as far as the family is concerned. We don't even recognize her as a human being. We're not interested in her. She took advantage of Elvis's name. Though years later, the claims that Alden was not welcome at Graceland were debunked on her Facebook page several times. While Ginger's father stated that Elvis would have wanted his fiancée to keep a close relationship with the Presleys, just like she wanted to, the actions of his wife surely did not help the matters between them, as after his passing, Joe Alden sued the star's estate claiming that he had promised to pay off the house and pool and left them with debts that they could not afford. And while she might have been shunned by the close ones to the singer, could she be featured in an upcoming Elvis biopic, or will she once again be left out? The new movie, which is currently untitled, stars Austin Butler as the King and Olivia DeJonge as Priscilla, but will the movie show the other women in his life? And if so, will they also show his relationship with Alden? But if you want to know more about the upcoming production, set to be released in 2022, why not check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. So Curious, what are your thoughts on the last days of the singer's life? Do you think the rumors about him being depressed and wanting to end his life were true? Or, as Ginger had said, he was looking forward to the future and wanted to start a family? And do you think with the upcoming biopic, will their relationship be portrayed in it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Until next time!